first billionaire in the world. John D. Rockefeller's life-changing turnaround. What if I told you that the richest man in the world once reached a point where money meant nothing to him? That even with billions, he found himself broken until he discovered a greater purpose. This is the story of John D. Rockefeller, a story that might just change how you see success. John D. Rockefeller wasn't just rich, he was the richest, the first billionaire in history. By 25, he was already running one of America's biggest oil refineries. By 31, it had become the largest in the world. And by the time he turned 38, his company, Standard Oil, controlled 90% of all oil refining in the United States. He had wealth, power, and influence beyond imagination. At 50, he was the wealthiest man in America. The kind of success most people can only dream of. But then, everything changed. At 53, Rockefeller's body began to fail him. He lost all his hair. His appetite disappeared. He was constantly in pain and could barely digest food. Despite all the luxury around him, he was miserable. Doctors gave him a grim warning. He didn't have much time left. And that was his turning point. Lying in his mansion, surrounded by riches but consumed by emptiness, Rockefeller asked himself a powerful question. What is the point of all this, if I can't take it with me? In that moment of crisis, he found clarity. He decided to stop chasing and start giving. Rockefeller gathered his advisors and began one of the greatest acts of philanthropy in history. He established the Rockefeller Foundation, which went on to transform healthcare, education, and science. The foundation funded the development of penicillin, helped combat deadly diseases like malaria, tuberculosis, and diphtheria, and supported countless global initiatives. But here's the miracle. As he began giving, his health started to improve. Not only did he recover, he thrived. The man who was expected to die in his 50s went on to live until the age of 98. And in his final years, he wasn't just alive, he was joyful, peaceful, and fulfilled. In his personal diary, Rockefeller wrote, "Everything belongs to God. I am only a steward." He realized that true success isn't measured by what you keep, but by what you give. Not in the power you hold, but in the lives you touch. Rockefeller's story teaches us a timeless truth. Wealth alone can't satisfy the soul. But purpose, service, generosity, that's what builds a lasting legacy. If this inspired you, like and share with someone who needs hope. Because success isn't about having more, it's about becoming more.